Alright there VC, it's Steve Whitty here, Sunday morning, time for another video. First thing I want to do is apologise there wasn't a video last Sunday. I was experiencing issues with my iPad, which I use for recording the video, and I had to have it taken in to get it sort of reset. It had frozen on me, and because I don't have a laptop with an up-to-date version of iTunes on it to reset it, I have to take it in and spend £10 on sorting that out. Hope everyone's well and have had a good week or two. It's been good. I had a bit of a bad day Wednesday, things slightly got on top of me a little bit, but I'm feeling a lot better now. This edition is a recent listens video, another one, and this is focusing more on sort of like metal classic rock, more metal than anything I've been listening to over the past few weeks. So without further ado, let's start off. This is Black Sabbath Volume 4. It's a reissue, a BMG reissue from 2015, I think it is. Yeah. So nice reissue. This is. So you got the band at Birmingham Town Hall. And as well with the reissue, what they've done, they did the vertical swirl as well. Well, excuse me. So nice package, not good album. It's not up there. It's not up there with the best, but it's one of the band's more classic albums. Yeah. Volume 4. I don't think I need to say too much about that. If you like your southern rock, down Blackstone Cherry. This is Family Tree album. This came out in 2018. Yeah, really good southern rock. Double LP. It's, as it says, translucent. There you go. Clear vinyl. Yeah, really good southern rock. I mean, I'd heard about them. I'd read a lot about them. They've always popular in the UK. They've always were doing gigs over here, and I think the gigs were selling out. I really enjoyed it. I think Family Tree, the title track, is a good song. It's a good example. Yeah, really good band. I think it's well worth checking out if you haven't checked them. On the classic rock, I don't think much more gets classic than Jimi Hendrix, and this is his Live at Woodstock triple album. This came out originally in 2010, and as it says, it's the whole of his performance at the Woodstock Festival. Yes, and it does include the classic rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. But he's pretty much got quite, he's got Foxy Ladies on here. You've got Voodoo Child, Slight Returns on here. Purple Haze is on here. Hey Joe's on here. Lot of improvisation. This is not the experience. Even though Mitch Mitchell's on drums, this very much is totally different. Let's see if I can open this up a little bit. Obviously Hendrix, and then you've got like some images of Woodstock there. So there you go. Hendrix there. More Hendrix there. Let's see. Hendrix. So, and it sounds really good as well. There's sometimes trouble with some of these reissue recordings. These recordings, especially off festivals and wherever, can be a little bit ropey. But I think they took the Hendrix estate took a little bit of time to make sure this sounded really good, and it does sound good. I really enjoyed it. But I'd listened to this streaming, and I enjoyed it. That's why I ended up buying a copy of this when I saw one. So, one band I've been listening to a lot to is Iron Maiden. found a reissue of this. I've been after a number of the Beasts for a while. Years back when it first came out, I did have the picture disc, and I don't know what happened to it when it first came out. Classic album, introduced Bruce Dickinson to the band, to everybody. Invaders, Children of the Damned, The Prisoner, 22 Acacia Avenue, Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, Gangland, Hallowed Be Thy Name. Some of those tracks were staples that have been staples of the live show ever since. I saw the band on this tour. It was probably the third or fourth gig on the tour at Birmingham at the Birmingham Odeon, New Street, 1982. Cost me all of £2.50. Oh, God, I don't think even the shrink wrap cost that on this album. Cost that. Excellent album, classic album. Must have for people that want to get into Iron Maiden. Also found a new copy of Live After Death, which was the live album, double live album that came out in 1985. Recorded at Long Beach Arena, the first three sides. Pretty much on the Powerslave tour, and when you open up the package and you see you get that, and you see the gigs that they played, you sort of appreciate how hard working a band Maiden were at that point. I think this tour took them well over 12 months. I think they played Poland as well on this tour. But you got the live render. You got all the classic tracks on here: Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Trooper, Revelations, Flight to Icarus, Rhyme Ancient Mariner, Powerslave, Number of the Beast, Hallowed Be Thy Name, Iron Maiden, Run to the Hills, Running Free. Side 4 is worth having. This was kept off the CD version of this album, side 4. It says Rothschild, 22 Acacia Avenue, Children of the Damned, Die With Your Boots On, and Phantom of the Opera, which were recorded at Hammersmith Odeon. One good thing about Maiden is, especially at that point, they were still gravitating to the small halls, particularly in the UK. They were never big ones for arenas. Obviously, as they got bigger and better, they tended to start playing bigger arenas because it's more cost effective. Because you have to play one gig, you get more people in. There's nothing wrong in that. It's a sign of success. But say I have picked up quite a bit of Maiden live albums. This is Rock in Rio. This came out in 2002. It's a triple album. I think played at the Rock in Rio Festival, hence the name. Again, very much playing all the classic stuff. Go Up the Wicker Man. I think I'm trying to think of the name of the album that came when Bruce Dickinson come back into the band, and Adrian Smith rejoined as well. Yes, it sort of some of that, but sort of played on the classic stuff as well. You got tracks like Brother, Sign of the Cross, which was I think a song that came from the Blaze when Blaze was in the band. Oh, immediate memory goes first. Get classic live album, nicely packaged. Yeah, really good. This is a double greatest hits package from Maiden, somewhere back in time. This is the best of 1980 to 1989. So you've got some live tracks. Some of the tracks are live versions, like Phantom of the Opera, Iron Maiden, Aces High. But you also got tracks like Wasted Years, Children of the Damned, Evil That Men Do, Cannot Play With Madness, the Trooper, sort of classic. They did have a lot of hit singles around that period. What's nice about this, and this does play actually quite well, it's a double picture disc. That's disc 1. And this is disc 2. Side 3. And this is side 4. Really nice. And it sounded good, you know, because picture discs do have a problem sometimes of not sounding too great. Get this back in here. Yeah, normal service will be resumed. Okay. Do that later. Next one, this is Flight 666. This is a double live album, and this is more to chime in with the video film of the tour, and it's more to do with the it's a soundtrack. It was a film of that tour that primarily focusing on the fact that Bruce Dickinson is a qualified pilot and he was flew the band around. So there's lots of live tracks from various shows. Again, all the classics on here. Yeah, I don't need to go. Originally released in 2009. This is a 2017 remaster. This is El En Vivo. This is a triple live album released in 2012. Again, a 2017 reissue. Packaging on this is quite disappointing. Whoops. It's 3 albums, but it's just 3 albums. It's a triple album, but it's all triple albums just all fitted in like so. Got information of the 2010 tour where they played, 2010, 2011. You know, we don't know, hard-working band. Again, you've got the classic stuff, but you also got stuff like Satellite 15, El Dorado, Talisman, Coming Home, Dance of Death, When the Wind Blows. So you're getting more of the newer stuff in here, which was good. It's good because I think one thing about Maiden was that they did, record new albums, and they did make the effort to, and when they went out on the road, to play the songs off them, not just be what's classed as a sort of greatest hits package. And then the final live album I've picked up from Maiden. This is the Book of Souls live chapter. This came out, recorded on the 2016-27 Book of Souls World Tour. Came out in 2017. And this sort of focuses quite a lot on that album. There's some tracks off here, Great Unknown, Book of Souls. Is on here. I think the Red and the Black's off the album as well. Again, another good album, better packaging this time. It's the band itself. Yeah, you can't go wrong with an Iron Maiden live album. And I know they're just about to reissue another triple live album, which is recorded in Mexico. Whether I'll go with that, I don't know. Maybe it's a bit too much. Continue on the metal. Found a copy of this. This is Megadeth. This is Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good, The Final Kill. So this was the reissue, 2018 reissue of the debut album, which came out in 1985. It features the first lineup, and basically it's 2 discs. Disc 1 is the album, and disc 2 is sort of like some live tracks and some demos. It's fresh. I was never totally aware of this album, to be honest. It was very difficult to get hold of when it first came out, to be honest. So my introduction to Megadeth was Pete Sells, who was buying But yeah, it's all right. It's good, like good thrash metal album of the 80s. So happy with that. Sort of classic rock, I suppose classic metal here. It's Metallica. This is their Black Album, or Metallica self-titled album, Black Album, whichever you want to call it. This is the reissue that come out on the Blackened label, double album. I don't really need to say too much about the album. It's a little bit battered. There you go, got the snake there. The snake at the back, if you can make that out. Yep. Enter Sandman, Sad But True, Holy in Doubt, Unforgiven, Wherever I Roam, Don't Tread on Me, Through the Never, Nothing Else Matters, Of Wolf and Man, The God That Failed, My Friend of Misery, The Struggle Within. This put the band into a totally different level. Brockman, totally different stratosphere. I don't know how many millions of copies it sold. It's still their biggest selling album. It's one of the biggest selling metal albums of all time, if not the biggest. But you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think they tour. I saw them on this tour, but at the NEC in 1992. This was originally released in 1991. Played the Freddie Mercury tribute. They were the opening act on the Freddie Mercury tribute concert, which I think helped them a bit as well. Enter Sandman was a top 10 hit. Unforgiven was hit single, so Nothing Else Matters I think was a top 10 hit for them as well. And then finally, in this video, Motorhead. This is Clean Your Clock. This came out in 2016, just not like it's sort of like the first release after Lemmy's passing. It's a double live album, lovely packaged album. You can see there, it's got a what's called a pop-up sleeve. So we get this out, and this came with this. You open the sleeve out. Oh, we've got to get it out of here. So you've got it in a nice case as well, in a nice sort of case as well. So I'll get that out. Then if I open the sleeve, let's open it that way so you can see the effect. You've got the band on stage. So it pops up there. I think it might be just on black vinyl, I'm not too sure. Oh, no, it's on, I think, silver vinyl as well. Overall, very good package. Very much, band sounded in good form. So I remember watching, they did Glastonbury and that year, in 2015. Obviously, Lemmy did not look well when he was interviewed, and I thought it didn't sound too great either. But yeah, you've got the classics. Yeah, it opens up with Bomber, Stay Clean, Metropolis, Do a Night, No Class, Ace of Spades, Overkill. It chases better than the catch, and then some of the newer stuff, When the Sky Comes Looking for You. Again, a band that did albums and toured relentlessly. There'll never be another band like Motorhead. So yeah, it's I think well worth seeking out that album. It was better than what I'd had visions for at the time when I bought it. There we go. Put that back in there. You know what? I'll put that back in when I finish the video. Right, that's it. As I say, I hope everyone's well. Dark morning next week. The clocks go back in the UK, I suspect, for most places, and autumn, when winter would truly be here. Try and keep your chins up, everyone. I know it's a bit tough out there. It's grim. Everything's grim. It feels like it's all bad news at the moment. And try not to let it get you down. I know, as I said earlier, it did for a while for me. But you know, it is what it is. We just got to plough through it. But anyway, so whatever you get up to this week, VC, make sure you have a good time. It's a good one. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, just click on the subscribe button. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Always appreciate the interaction. Feel free to leave a comment. I will endeavour to get back to you. And I promise I will try and do a video next week as well. Hopefully issues with the iPad are well and truly sorted. So whatever you get up to, enjoy yourselves. So take care of yourselves, keep spinning, more importantly, keep smiling.